Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to VR Master League here on Channel 3. We've got 3 Master Tier matches on all 3 of our channels, and I'm excited to say that. Always great when we have everything running at once, and, well, running here in the cast, I'm Palidore with the cams and the cast, and beside me it is the man with the plan, with the caps. It's Caption. How's it going?
I am great. I mean, just watching some gameplay and listening to some convo while we're just waiting for Palace to join us. I believe Palace, at least, to be joining us. Obviously, there is a chance we could be seeing Citizen maybe making an appearance as well. Yeah. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, I'm interested for sure here on Channel 3. This is actually my first cast of the week. Been a crazy busy week, so haven't been able to get as many as usual. Rest assured, that will change. It will. But happy to have all you guys here, whichever channel you are, and whichever options of watching, whether it's live or on the VOD later on. Doesn't matter. You're here, and that's what matters. So on these teams here, Master Division, Raptors, the Denver Raptors, coming in, of course, part of the NEPA organization, and capturing 1 win earlier on the week versus High Voltage. Meanwhile, for Ethereal, looks like their first recorded game. I do believe, however, they played the Kangarillas recently, like an hour ago, I believe. So not actually sure what the status on that match was. Scores have not been inputted yet, but I do believe that was over on Channel 1. So nonetheless, Ethereal here with their debut tonight, and Denver Raptors trying to make it a 2. That is 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, and last night was a good match. Obviously, I was joined in there watching that game, casting that game. In fact, they did a great job. I mean, High Voltage said it a lot yesterday. They're a fast team, and that might be an understatement, but Denver did a really good job countering that style of gameplay.
Right.
And up against another relatively fast team again. I mean, shouldn't be surprising. I think every team in this Master Division, specifically this season, is extraordinarily quick with their boosts, but turning into a little bit of that gameplay. Too
quick, almost. It's hard to keep up with these days, but that's the beauty of Echo. What's up, chat? Good to see you guys. Next Dash in there, James Red, Caesar Dash, Classic Ice, Rocks, Troy, Worlds, Juice World, I don't know. Welcome to the stream nonetheless. As well as Moski and Ender, and Yuji Dash, as well as Risen. Glad to see you guys. Like I said, it's been been far too long. 1 week since I've been here. But yeah, I mean, Master Tier, as you said, Caption, these days, too fast, and for that matter, too good at everything, it seems like. And it's a great thing, but man, it's almost intimidating at this point, seeing the level of these pro players and just how good they are at everything. So it's hard to even critique anymore, because it's not so much about what they can improve on as players individually, this and that. Really, it's all about how these players mesh as teammates now. That makes the biggest difference, because the skills are already there.
Yeah, and that's one thing apparent. I've been joining a lot of pubs, and the players themselves, everyone's fantastic. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not recognizing a lot of names that I'm coming across in pubs, but they're still doing a great job. So it looks like VRML now is getting to the point where I think we've always wanted to be, and it's more or less becoming who can play better as a team, not who has that one player that's just gonna score 20 points a game and mercy every other team. So that's a beautiful thing.
And yet the dangerous thing is that these players still can do that, obviously.
Yeah.
They don't need to. That's the beauty.
Yeah.
The fact is, now it's really hard to address individual threats on the floor, because you close down and clamp down on one player, well, someone else is going to burst through the seams if you don't address them as well. But hey, signs of a very healthy and competitive league.
Yeah, and it's perfect, and looks like makes room for more interchanges. And as we say that, I'm still waiting for Palace to maybe get off some sort of interchange.
Yeah.
To
well, I saw in the chat there in Discord, that is, it looks like they may be looking for a sub. So yeah, they do have Palace on the main roster here of the Denver Raptors, but it looks like they're searching for someone to sub in the org channel at the moment. So we may be here just a few extra minutes while they do find someone to accommodate. And Mighty Quinn, hey, and Big Daddy Boy, I said it. Welcome to the Twitch chat also. Can't take it back now. But glad to have you.
Well, speaking of that, I'm curious to see who's going to get the sub here for the Denver Raptors. And just exactly as we were speaking about earlier, it's Palace!
It's Palace! Ah, he just wanted to surprise us. Oh,
yes.
We're good, Caption. I think we'll be good to go here in a minute.
Yeah, and with Palace in, that means the full main roster is in here for the Denver Raptors. So, see a full game as now blue team gonna ready up, and that means game is good to go. They're going back at their launchers. We're getting that timed. Oh my gosh, it's been a while, Palidore. I can't talk right now. The time is climbing down.
Time is
the
now,
time's going
Caption.
down. The time is now.
Well, he did make it, and glad to see as well. The full teams in full force, and right off the first joust, let's see if their full four can capture these first two. But instead, it's right back out into the top of the ramp, so dislodged and now in dismay as the teams there leave themselves in the dust, stunning all across the floor, capturing the disc. KFC making a play, right lane, single shot, dumps it off just before the stun, and there's stack two regrab.
Yeah, and Denver leaving a little bit of an open net here, as it's going to be a pass up and an open shot for C. Jason, but just a little bit low there for him. It's going to be Zach trying to get that one back, but a quick pass out to single shot for 2 points there. C. Jason with a great stun on that defender, and a great job finding his teammate.
Yeah, nice work there. Just a quick tap release as well, knowing that the defense was impending and about to be impeding, so knew that he had to get rid of it immediately, and that he did with some success.
So right back out to the QB there for the Denver Raptors. Little bounce off the roof there. Going to get that over to Andy. And quickly across, everyone's still in their side there. As you can see, a little bit of a double stack going on for Ethereal right now. So Denver has Zach, who's just going to get that one out of his hands, but just in time. But the Geo going to be in his way. Back to Zach, though. Gets the stun off and cleared all the way out to Ethereal zone.
That's going to go dangerously close for a maybe recovery 3, but actually taken back and sent through deep into the blue. But Zux was way there by the bow tie, able to dive out. But as I say that, a missed mail slot shot recovered by Zach. Also has to get rid of it quickly, but then that backstack defensively, I guess if you can call it that, off the turnover, gets them back into offense here for Ethereal.
Yeah, and Ethereal stacks right now, super coordinated. They're able to get their stacks developed quick and able to get to that disc to recover it wherever they want to right now. And these passes doing a really good job for them, as well as it's just back and forth there. Now looking to get a little bit of an advantage. It's KFC getting that one up top. The C. Jason, who's going to find that bottom pocket. 2 points there going in the way of Ethereal.
And right under the feet for Under the Sea, Jason. Beautiful job. 2 points, or 2 scores rather, going in for Ethereal to start off these first couple of minutes.
Yeah, and right now, with Ethereal's stacks being so coordinated, we'll see what the Denver Raptors are going to come out with. And it's just going to be Zux and Zach there just staying a little bit behind, making sure there's an open pass in case there's any impeding danger, but moving up as they go right into that offensive zone.
Zux here now. Still uncontested yet. You see a lot of jostling for position near that bubble, near that barrier. Tries to send a pass. Zach here connecting one to Andy. Andy, however, stunned. Backboarded, and Palace gets their first 2. So fashionably late to the match, but not at all late on the shots. Palace definitely a player who historically just knows how to get it done. And good touch as well to find their first couple.
Yeah, great job getting that off the backboard and finding a perfect angle on the goalie, just out of the goalie's reach there. And maybe a little bit unexpected as well. I wasn't really expecting a backboard shot there, but Palace is all about surprises today.
Exactly. And those kind of shots as well from that angle, I mean, it's still pretty, like you have to be able to get it right within just a few inches of space, basically. I mean, from that angle, it was very close to being a really ugly looking shot if you don't have that kind of pro touch that Palace puts on those. As maybe again here from Zach. I don't need to tell you that he has that touch as well. Deep 3.
Yeah, I was going to say a pro touch there by Zach, but that's exactly what you're going to be expecting there. Zach looking at a wide open shot, just smooth sidewinder there with his shot, 70 meters a second. Going to find 3 more points, giving the Denver Raptors the lead as well. 1 point here, so it's going to be Ethereal. They were taking their time a lot on this QB round and playing some really good passing lanes there, and they're going to continue to do that now as see Jason got to find Cry, but Zach, fantastic stun to stop that play.
Yeah, and Zach, that's something he'll do for sure a lot of the time. I mean, can get it done on the offense, no doubt, but I've noticed even last season, a lot of times being the one to really disrupt some stacks from enemy teams, just to make it a little bit easier on the front line when he needs to do that. So either way, playing the roles for sure as Cry retains here, and Stack getting stunned out again. That's an open goal, but no, actually closed by C. Jason. They come out of the stun in time, recovering nicely, and for another one to single shot, who quickly zips it to KFC.
Yeah, getting out of that stun in a timely manner to get back to the goal there. Great job and great thing there for C. Jason as the Denver Raptors going to be getting all the way down. That's the Palace and Andy. Really fast stack there by them and looking to just get this set up. And speaking of fast stacks, that's a great read there for the offense. Is now Cry, gonna get that one over to KFC, finishing that one 4-2, regaining that lead once again. 1 point lead here for Ethereal.
Good cut in by KFC and as well by Cry to recognize it. Had a few of those pass fakes, just making sure not to get rid of the disc before they needed to. Had that pass gone maybe too early, it would have been KFC coming in from a much tougher to convert upon angle. So waited until the time was right, and the time was then, and indeed back up by 1 thanks to that patience and the well-executed pass.
Yeah, and that pass just missing the mark there for Andy, but still looking at an open goal here for a second, but single shot going to get there in time, but also in time to get stunned out there by Zach as this Denver Raptors stack going to get put back together, and it's going to be Palace looking to get a clear. Great job from KFC being in that position, though. Able to get that one off. Single shot now, getting that one over. Beautiful slap play there. Single shot to Cry. Another 2-pointer going to the side of Ethereal.
Beautiful was right. That was very aesthetically pleasing, and you see for Ethereal here, they are not shy to get rid of that disc fast, whether it's on the pass or just on the little touches, the tap shots almost there where they don't even hang on to wind it up. It's just thrown down and made, and now another rebounded play maybe about to happen here. Ethereal, they have the angle, and they do indeed capture the goal. They're up 11-5 off of a sudden barrage here once again.
Super quick points gaining and piling up here for Ethereal. Now looking at his 6-point lead, which was just a few seconds ago, just a 1-point lead. So great job for them putting some goals on in some quick succession. But now it's going to be the Denver Raptors looking to switch up their strategy to a little bit of a boost play themselves between Zach and Palace. And Zach, whew, just going for that shot at C. Jason. Got to be deep there to stop that from getting in.
So 3 minutes left here. The Denver Raptors, who again had success against high voltage in their game just yesterday. Well, they're fighting themselves at the disadvantage here. But they do have the disc advantage at the moment, as Andy takes a quick shot, has to, thanks to Cry, with a defense just diving right outside, immediately back, but look at those blazingly fast stacks now. KFC and Cry doing a fantastic job getting back that disc.
Yeah, and these stacks right now for Ethereal really doing exceptionally well, and it's specifically this Cry and KFC stack that we're seeing quite a bit, and a huge interception there in that defensive end was all due to that stack just being disruptive, but Palace getting a great interception there, unfortunately not able to find that clear, but the Denver Raptors looking to see if they can find a way to get that disc back, and it's going to be Zux fighting KFC and Cry there, and that stack coming through the back to get it back.
Nice stack there from Andy, and not sure who the other was, but they were hanging back at one of these small islands, just not getting too invested in the initial pileup. They wanted to see where it went, where exactly they needed to dive, and not being too eager to overcommit until they had to. So I like seeing stuff like that. So those subtle things that definitely help the master teams. But as I say that, they are still at a disadvantage now with only 2 minutes left. Single shot backing it all the way to the station, pressured pretty aggressively by the defense here, but nice passing to still get through it.
Yeah, and great passing here. Once again, it's going to be Cry finding C. Jason just off a little bit of a cut there, and they're finding the Denver Raptors quite a bit on their heels and really capitalizing on this right now, making this a 13-5 game.
Yeah, again, I mean, the passing here has been immaculate for Ethereal. And it was a nice little scoring burst earlier on, 2 in a row for the Denver Raptors to get them those 5 points. But since then, they've conceded a few right back. More than a few, in fact, as Zux now works it up the floor, trying to score here. They've got maybe an advantage here as they get back on the defense. However, re-grab and taken off the pole, however. That is a tough miss from just close proximity Caption. And that cap is now definitely on that goal as they still try with 1 minute left to make something work.
Well, that's a painful noise to hear for a dunk, but it's going to be Andy once again going up against a couple of players, finding that 2 points there, so 13-7 now. And I think that's what Denver Raptors needed right now, was that just 2 points. Just putting something back up on the board after giving up quite a bit. But with 45 seconds, and it's going to be time just winding down. I don't know if they'll have enough to put it back into get the win on this round.
Yeah, maybe not, but they can still use anything they can get. As we do get Gunny Saw and Whoosh stopping by in the chat. What's up, guys? Welcome to, well, my first cast of this week 1. That's a very rare thing to say, but I'm glad to see you guys. That's a less rare thing to say, having you here on stream. Thanks for the updates. I hope you guys are doing well.
Right now, again, just hitting that last 15-second marker, sealing it here for Ethereal to take round 1. But this is certainly looking to be a possible 3-round game. We could be seeing as a shot gonna go off, but just gonna accidentally let go of the disc, it looked like, when he was just going to throw that one out. So conceding 2 points there at the very end. So that's gonna finish that first round off 15-7.
Yeah, going maybe just a little trick shot, who knows. Either way, the win does go 15-7, as Caption mentioned here, to Ethereal. Pretty strong start. Anytime you see, again at this level, you see these bigger leads, especially once you get into the double digits, because of how good the defenses normally are at master level. It's a lot more rare now compared to, say, a year ago to see too many double-digit matches, period, at master tier, at least when you approach those 15-20 point marks.
Yeah, and it's definitely becoming a more common occurrence. Obviously, we've seen it quite a bit yesterday. I don't know how the other matches are doing right now, but I'm sure we could be seeing a lot more. And it's not technically or realistically a bad thing to see these big matches. And one thing you will see, and the Denver Raptors, certainly a team that are capable of it, they can lose a game by 12, 15 points and come back and obliterate in the next round. It's one of these weird momentum switches you'll see a lot between these master league or master tier teams.
Yeah, I mean, definitely agreed there. Let me fix that score for you. First round, 15-7. Don't worry, not second round yet. That'd be strange. But with that, all right, round 2 about to come at you right around the bend. So thanks again, everyone, for stopping by, saying there was Ignite making their presence known, as they tend to do over on Channel 1, apparently, versus Hivemind. But that said, don't you mind, because here on Channel 3, we've got, hopefully, what's going to be a heck of a round about to start.
Yeah, and right now, Starting off a little bit of a ping-pong action game, but the passing is going to start here. It's going to be Zux now trying to get that one down, but a great interception read by Single Shot, but just recovered there by Zach. Has one player a little bit further behind him, but it's going to be Zux now looking to bring this in. Cry, though, sneaking up behind, trying to get a back pass, but no goalie is going to be home at that moment. So back in the hands of KFC as now they look to get another clear.
We are about a foot off from seeing maybe a second self-goal here now from the opposite team, as a very intended goal goes in for Cry. Quick on the release again. You saw the pickup off that backboard just below that clock, and just as soon as he got it, he lost it, which is to say in the right place, into the goal.
Yeah, and it was a really nice shot too. That was quite the angle coming off for Cry, and it almost made it look like he was dragging it back around front for a pass there. It's almost what it looked like for a second on my end, but right now it's going to be the Denver Raptors looking to replicate what they just seen, as that back pass just not going to be connecting there for Zuck. So back into the offensive zone it goes, but that great boost we've been seeing for KFC, trying to get that one through. Maybe a possible self-pass that could have been on purpose. I don't think so, but KFC nonetheless getting that dunk in. 2 more points going for Ethereal.
And only 19 seconds into that shot clock, so I know I say it a lot, but the 3 in a row is where you need to be careful as a team. If one more goes in, especially this early, that can definitely kickstart an avalanche of points here for Ethereal. Denver Raptors, obviously, a team very well capable of getting back in it in a hurry. I mean, Ethereal scoring 15 points in round 1. With this roster as well on the Raptors, you can see them score 15 points in about half a round. So, I mean, you can't count them out here, but they do need some points and find that rhythm, which thus far hasn't quite been there on some of these connections.
Yeah, and right now it's going to be Andy now getting that one over to Palace and just dropping that one right off to the bottom pocket once again for the Denver Raptors. And there, just as you were saying it, there's 2 points going towards the Denver Raptors. And they're just going to cut into this lead a little bit. 4-2 is still tons of time left to go, though.
And like I was saying, about not finding the rhythm on those connections, those passes and such, well, they did it right there beautifully. That was just a great string along of passes with accuracy, wasting no time, basically. Just pass, and score, and now maybe with a boost, and another score, as it will be Andy taking it over, but Cry right on the foot, able to latch on and send it off now to Single, who slaps it back into the blue zone with an open goal right there, impending 3. And 7-2 is this lead.
The other scary thing that I think we're seeing quite a bit so far this season, at least for all the games I've seen, no one is missing any shots anymore. You leave that goal open anywhere on the floor and an offensive player gets his hand on it, even from your own end, keep in mind, you could be conceding a goal at this point.
Yeah, it's dangerous. That's the thing too. I know historically, at least in VRML, from preseason to where we are right now, we saw a lot of the double stacks in effect, which sometimes would leave goals open and such. And North America was always a bit more about kind of slower pace, not double stacks for a lot of the teams, just kind of the single stacks. But these days, we're seeing kind of both. Sharpshooting accuracy, we're seeing both regions practicing high speed gameplay. You can see it here happening once again. An open 3, fortunately, at least for Raptors. They don't get scored on the first time, but the second time did the harm. 9-2.
Yeah, and that was a great job there. KFC picking up his own rebound and finding a pass. Could have totally taken a shot there. But that extra pass almost secures the goal most of the time. I don't want to say all of the time. That would be a lie. So regardless, that's going to be another 2 points. I don't lie.
We don't like it when Caption lies. We expect standards out of you. Everyone else, but Caption, you must not lie.
I think I've only been fired twice.
I'm surprised. Have I fired you? Huh.
Well, 2 times. Maybe.
Maybe I meant
think
Skinny,
I could have.
And I said Caption.
You might have confused me with Skinny.
I may have. I apologize.
That's okay.
Thanks. So, see Jason here. Definitely not fired. This team here coming together. And, well, actually, Palace, ooh, if they can get that, that would have been massive for them. Put them just within 4 points reached halfway through the second round. Of course, they need this round if they want to stave off a potential sweep here. So, acting quickly enough and briskly down the floor, taking it back. It's a 2-on-3. Make that a 3-on-3. Some juking and some hooping. Andy to Zach, and there is that connection. And they're within 5.
The W connection definitely alive right now. Is Andy going to find Zach there for a nice dunk? So like he just mentioned, only down by 5 now, about 5 minutes left. Certainly in that territory that the Denver Raptors can get really dangerous as some stuff starts going their way here. And right now we see this boost gonna be going out quick, but a great stun there, but an even better stun by Zach.
Yep.
But Cry able to get through that, as now he's just looking to get this one up, but a good back pass resetting that to see Jason get this offense on its way.
And Southern Sniper, I think you're confusing caster's voices. That said, listen to the voice and listen to the sound of Cry. Not crying, but it is loud up in there. 11-4. I make no caster's curses ever. But also, it really was Caption, not me. Jeez.
It was me. It was my fault. It was my KFC. You're watching this in VODs. It's my fault you missed that shot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I own up to my caster's curses, and they are rather frequent. Just not that time is all. Okay.
Leave Palidore alone. It was me.
Yeah.
Any mistakes you hear from any cast, I don't even have to be there. Just blame me.
Or Skinny. That said, what's the Skinny Caption? It's Zach with a 2-point hit. 11-6.
11-6, so back in the realm of 5 points here for the Denver Raptors. 3.5 minutes now, ticking down the clock. Seeing if they're able to get themselves back into the game and see if they can kind of cut this back and forth action that's been going on for the last couple of minutes, and that's exactly what they're going to need. They might need a big play here to get some momentum going on their side. And right now, that stack, wide open goal for 3, could be the momentum shifter, but Palace just missing a little bit too low there, but recovered by Zach, but a great job by Single Shot to get that one stunned out, and over to KFC now looking to get it clear.
Yeah, and Zach knew Single Shot was there, just a little mistimed or misspaced, I suppose. And Single was able to wait just an extra second before the shield would come down to stun and cause this turnover, which ultimately does get back into the orange side of the floor here. Really anyone's disc as Pallet comes away with it. But as I say that, an immediate snag from KFC, and that's cleared out.
Yeah, cleared out. Goalie able to get back for the Denver Raptors there, but it's going to be Cry juking and ducking and getting that one over to Single Shot, but unfortunately for Single, post going to be in his way, but the rebound off to KFC, back over to Cry once again, and the post, once again, going to be the best defender on the floor.
Yeah, for the Raptors here, they really need to capitalize on some of these mistakes, these slight off plays, because otherwise, too many chances, and you know that's bound to go in sooner or later. 13-6 now. There's still some clock yet to burn. But another scoring run here from Raptors needs to happen soon.
Yeah, 2 minutes left here, and unfortunately there for the Denver Raptors, looking at, I believe it's 7 points right now, as Zuck's going to be trying to bring this one all the way up, getting that clear through, but see Jason going to be sitting that back line now, looking for a possible breakout, but going to hold on to that disc for as long as he can, as he finds KFC there over in the corner. KFC challenged by Palace, but he's going to be able to find Cry just up at the top, and Cry got to get that stolen from Zach, so now Zach winding back, trying to see what he could get done with that. Andy all the way down, looking at an open 3, but just a little bit wide once again for the Denver Raptors as it go back into the hand of Ethereal and cleared all the way down.
We've seen both of these teams may miss a few of these shots here late in the second, but not able to capitalize ultimately on them is the side of Raptors, and that's been the difference maker. So here, as they try to make something happen with a quick pass and a ding, oh, and it makes them pay. They lose it off into the other side of the floor. I'm not sure if that was a purposeful miss or what happened, but with that said, wasted a little clock. They still got about a minute left, maybe a little less, but I'm not sure that they could afford that miss just purely in terms of the clock, that steal coming in from that Ethereal stack there.
Yeah, that one, again, when you get that kind of ding sound this late into the game, I think you both know that one hurts the heart. But right now, it's up to Denver Raptors. I think if they have any chance of wanting to get back into this at this moment, they might need a 3, but it's going to be Single Shot now, getting that one over to KFC, just out of the hands. 20 seconds left. It's going to be the Denver Raptors just looking to get this one cleared out, and a quick stack hopefully going their way, but see Jason able to intercept that and bring that one back down to the middle, and that is evidently going to be the clock running out for Denver Raptors.
Yeah, seems to be the case here, but maybe one more point, and there's Andy with the 2. So just a little bit too late to make that comeback a reality, and Ethereal here successful on this Sunday with a 3-point lead and a 2-round sweep. Not sure if anyone in the chat, by the way, knows how that Kango's game went between Ethereal just before this match. Do let me know. Scores aren't recorded yet officially, so I'm not quite sure. But at the very least, we know Ethereal will finish with a minimum of 1 win this week in this debut week of Season 4. And for the Denver Raptors here, keep getting tempted to say Nuggets, still in basketball mode. But the Raptors here will also finish 1-1.
Yeah, and I'm just seeing in the chat right now, Mozzie saying that Ethereal took round 3. So that's going to be 2-0 right now for this week for Ethereal. So certainly a hot team coming around. I believe it's them and the New York Kings that are currently the only 2-0 quote-unquote teams. But I'm sure that could change.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. But, I mean, again, in any given week, I know we still have our behemoths, our Goliaths, the likes of Ignite and what have you, and Team Gravity. But also on that note, Team Gravity and venues earlier today, the team who's only lost, much like Joker, formerly Joker and Ignite, Gravity had only lost a few games, a few matches in the entirety of VRML's existence here in Echo Arena the last year and a half. And they dropped a game today in the first week. That was a bit of an upset there to Envy. And Envy definitely feeling good. Meanwhile, here on this side of things, you know, maybe it's too early for some bold predictions, but I know people asked me this thing. In fact, I saw Ender in the chat here earlier on. And if I do recall, I might be wrong, but if I recall, Ender was the one, I think, who asked me towards the beginning of Season 3 when I thought that there would be questy master teams, basically, in VRML. And I said, I think by the start of Season 4, and I mean, as we saw, just towards the end of Season 3 alone, you know, with teams like Kraken and Technique and whatnot, I think we're on pace to get just that. My early season prediction now, I think Ignite still has it for a while, but I don't think, one, they go undefeated this season, and 2, I'm saying Season 6 is where they're going to be threatened pretty hard. But we'll see. Anything could happen because, honestly, even last season, I thought, Spaghetti, before stuff went to the wall, Spaghetti was thrown at the wall. I thought they might have had a chance. We have the likes of the New York Kings now, might have a chance. We have the likes of Ethereal, who I casted them last week, too, in the qualifiers, if I recall correctly. They impressed. I mean, there's a lot of upset potential here. We've seen it in EU. We can see it in NA. We can see it in OCE. It's an exciting time to be alive in Echo.
Yeah, and I think exactly what you said. I think we'll be seeing a full team that started kind of in that questy era, so not one of these veteran players that we see on most of these teams. I think probably by the end of that, definitely by the end of this season. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to see that by the end of this season. Yeah. Like I said earlier, these players are just insane. It just, at this point, I think for these guys, it's all just going to come down to how well they're going to play as a team. Yeah, I could be wrong. Ender might think I'm wrong right here, but just saying, things tend to play out. I'm all for being upset on that, though. Again, I'm no stranger to caster's curses. So I don't know. I think if not this season, and it could be this season, if not this season, we're going to see one of these teams here at Master definitely being the ones. I think like the current crop. One of these teams will dethrone Ignite at some point. Might be soon, might be later. But I'm just excited that the potential is starting to get there is all. After 4 seasons here of VRML. Good stuff. But yeah, anything else you want to leave off with Caption? I know this is our only cast on Channel 3 for the moment, but I know the other channels have been also rolling throughout the night, so you got options still. There's some good matches coming up. I tried to take a sneak peek, but I completely forgot if there was... Yes, I forgot. 8:30. Never mind. I don't know. Oh, yes, Anomaly versus Ignite. That's what's going on in 8:30. That's what should be coming up relatively soon for us over on VRML 1. Yeah, all right. Well, beautiful. In that case, I'll probably send some people over there now in a raid, maybe, assuming that it's live. And, yeah. Lanzin saying... Oh, sorry. Oh, Lanzin, right? People are never going to believe me. That's how it's actually pronounced, but... I'm going to get it right anyways. We're going to change this narrative. You and I, Lanzin. Believe me.
Alright, yeah, looks like channel 1 is live. So for the people sitting here, I'm going to send you over to a raid there. You can get you like extra channel points, I think, slightly. So if you're interested in sticking around, wait for my slow fingers to type, because I'm trying to talk at this thing. Alright, lovely. Join that raid, and we're going to send you over. Cosmic noting that. First time a quest player could be very soon, though. All quest era team to be top of season 6 at the earliest. Well, I didn't say a quest team winning the championship per se by the end of the season. I'm just saying a quest team making it to master tier. That's all I'm getting at. That's all I'm getting.
I can see it. I foresee it.
Yeah, if you want my really bold out there prediction on when one of these quest 2 teams will win a championship in North America or Europe or otherwise. Season 7, maybe 6. It really depends. The thing is, the more mainstream it gets, the more LeBron-like generational talents you get in a game. Just the nature of numbers. So it's hard. Bold claim is season 6, maybe season 7 though. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, all right. So off you go to the raid. I've been Palidore. That's been Caption. Thanks for casting and thanks for stopping by Twitch chats. And until next time, well, bye indeed. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. We're gonna see you again very soon. Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.